Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Building Tables with Charity Claire. I hope you're well. I hope you went through the last month well. It's a new month, it's June. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and definitely if you know me, I've been in this motherhood thing for 1 year. So I decided to come and make a video and just go through some of the things that they don't tell you about motherhood, or some of the things that I have discovered and learned on this journey. Yeah. Well, it's been 1 year, one really explorative year, and 1 year of Momville, exploring the streets of Momville. And I'd like to just talk about a few things that I think they don't really talk about, or things that are unconventional about motherhood, unconventionally known about motherhood, that I think I discovered and that I myself wasn't so privy into this. So come along, sit down on this table of motherhood, and let's discuss. Yeah. Well, the first thing that I've actually learned about motherhood is that being a mother will bring out the gangster in you. Yeah, you heard me right. It will bring out the gangster in you. And needless to say, you have to defend your child, you have to protect your child, you have to nurture your child. And I think all that sometimes means that you need to go against the tide. You need to thrive in environments that are not common to you, so in such environments, in such instances, you have to bring out the gangster in you. And how do I mean this? I mean, you have to defend your child at all times. I remember uh, I have a very strong belief that the mouth is very strong, and the mouth creates, and the things that you say and you speak to your child actually are very powerful. And so I, as a parent and as a mother, I'm very mindful of that. And the people around me, actually, I try to make sure that they also know that I'm very careful about the words that are spoken to my child. So my child is a very clingy guy. He's very clingy because he's been with me for quite a long time, since I'm out of work. And when I'm in social settings and anyone tries to take him or tries to carry him, he will cry his lungs out, and he goes from 0 to 100 like within a split minute. So I remember one of my relatives, really wanted to carry him, and he refused to be carried. And my relatives made a comment, and I was like, he's stupid. He said it in our language, in our local language. And he's like, he's stupid. I told him, kindly take that back. He's like, no, 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 he's stupid, he's stupid, he's stupid. And I had to cancel those words immediately, and I got so cross. I told him, never speak to my child like that. Like, the world out there will be negative to him. I do not want anyone in my inner circle or around me to also add to that. Okay. So he was like, I was joking, and I'm like, I told you to take it back and you did not take it back. So you continued saying it. And I'm like, I'm very, very intentional about the things that are spoken to my child. So it was not such a big thing. But then, like, I'm like, if you want to bring out that gangster in me, I'll definitely give you that gangster in me. So I wasn't having it. And later on, they're like, oh my god, guy, you're so tough, you're so tough. On the journey, you were very jolly and having fun, and making jokes, but you were very tough. And I'm like, when it comes to my child, I'm very, very intentional about what he said. So motherhood will bring out the gangster in you. As much as I'm an introvert, I will fight for my child, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and everything in between. I'll definitely fight for my child. Number two, motherhood or a child does not bring you close together as a couple. Whether you're married, whether you're unmarried, it does not bring you together. Like, that is a lie from the pit of hell. You have to work on your relationship. It's not the responsibility of a child to actually bring you closer together as parents. Yes, you'll have 50% of each parent's DNA, but trust me, if you don't actually intentionally if you don't intentionally work on ways excuse me, if you don't intentionally work on ways of bonding together and having time together, quality time together, that child is going to demand time from both of you. Yeah, So number three is your past traumas. Work through your past traumas before you actually decide to parent anyone or be a guardian to anyone. My friends, I tell you, parenthood or motherhood has actually dug up and brought back those traumas, and I have to be cognizant of the fact that I shouldn't parent from a place of reaction to the traumas that I went through, but actually give my child the best opportunity for a wholesome life. Sometimes I'm so protective of him. I will not allow other people to look after him, even if I have to go somewhere. But that is from a place of trauma. One time I had to literally bundle him up and go with him to work, and I had him on my desk while I was working. Definitely, it wasn't a productive day, but I realized that the traumas that I went through under the guidance that I had at the time when I was young sometimes caused me to have those very deep trust issues, and I find that I cannot trust anyone to actually look after him the way I think I can look after him. So that is one thing that I've discovered about motherhood. It will bring out the past traumas of your childhood, and you have to deal with them one way or another, because you can easily transfer those same traumas onto your child. So work through that. If you have not yet a parent, work through that, so that by the time you're a parent, it's something that you don't have to deal with, and that your child doesn't have to contend with you being the perpetrator of that. Okay. The other thing is that you need community. Oh my goodness, I cannot stress this enough. You need a solid community when it comes to this journey of motherhood. You need a solid community. When I gave birth, I remember my room was filled with different women. I asked my cousin to be there with me because I don't have my mom around, and her sisters are very far away. All my aunties, and I'm not close to them anyway. So I asked my cousin, who's a bit older, she has like older kids, and to come and be with me. And I kept on wondering like who is going to be there with me, but God is very gracious. God is very gracious. Like He really showed up for me, and that is one thing I am always grateful. I will always be grateful for in my journey of motherhood. Like God showed up for me, and people were around me. People supported me. I remember on my baby shower, my sister-in-law suggested recommended that I go and stay at her place for some time. And guys, I know why women go through postpartum depression, because I can imagine like there are things. Okay, I am a mother right now. But I can't tell you that I know how to shower a newborn baby, because it was done for me. It was done for me. Like they gave me enough space and room to just heal and embrace the whole motherhood journey. And I went through some things emotionally, and I was so glad that I was around a very supportive group of people, and a group of people that understood the journey of motherhood. If you're a mom out there, I urge you, build community. Build community. Do not fall for this whole superwoman thing. I always say there is no special place in heaven for breaking your back. Here, like always I say, keep the main thing the main thing. The main thing is, how do you support your child? How do you be there for your child? How do you look after your child? How do you be in the best frame of mind and body physically for you to look after your child? So kindly, as in, if you can get help on other things, if people can help you take cooking, washing, and all these things, so that you can concentrate on the main thing, which is your child, get the help. Get the community. Build a community of trusted help. And I think I should have even done this before I gave birth, but I think some people just need that. Oh my God, Claire is alone. She doesn't really have many sisters around. She doesn't have a mother around, so we should be there for her. Like people, it was so overwhelming. And I always say that when I'm celebrating my son's first birthday, I'm going to celebrate those women, because those women stood with me. Like they stood with me. All these things, it's like we opened a whole new world, and I'm like, I've visited people that have given birth, but they did not tell me that there are herbs that you sit in for healing, or maybe use this, use that. Like there's really a wealth of 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 help and comfort and support when you build a community of women around you. So it's very, very important. And from time to time, I know my friend keeps on telling me, even when your children are older, sometimes you might want to go somewhere, and you can easily at least get the help and the child and take them to your friend, and they stay there for a while, and then you're able to do other things and then come back and pick them. So it's very important to build that community of women that are supportive and understand this journey, and they stand with you. Yep. So also another thing, the standard of motherhood, the standard of care that is expected to be given from a mother is very different from that of a father. And I know culture and custom is shifting slowly, but as a mother, you will discover that the things that society expects you to be adept in, they will applaud your husband for attempting to do. Yes. So it really helps to have a husband that can question some of the status quo beliefs around parenting, and that will make your journey easier. You know, I know sometimes maybe the men do not want to fall in this whole trap, but then sometimes it's inevitable. It's inevitable, and they say sometimes even the good ones benefit from these toxic narratives that have been put around what a father should do and what a mother should do. Being a mother is a full-time job. It's a full-time job, and I think the part that people do not really acknowledge is the mental toll that it takes from you as a woman, let alone the physical, the bathing, the feeding, the nurturing, tummy time, and all those things. That is okay. Keeping them clean and all that, hospital runs, that is okay. But the mental toll that it takes from you, that it requests and requires of you, like, is on another level. And that is something that people usually do not count. Like, every move, like if I have to move out with my son, I have to plan that like decades ahead so that it's a smooth journey. Whereas like for male counterparts, they just up and go. They just up and go. Like, there's no maybe like on a weekend, sometimes the husband will not wonder like, do you have anything you should do or what. He'll just get up and go with assurance that the mother will stay and look after the children, and that is the expectation in society. Now, on the day that maybe he is actually helping out, they can easily applaud him for something that you do every day. You should make peace with that. There is a slow culture shift in that regard. There's a slow culture shift, but then for now, that is the society that we have, and it's the hand that we've been dealt as a mother, and you need to choose your partner wisely. Choose someone that is family oriented, someone that is willing to question some of the normative beliefs that we have, so that they're able to go past them and actually be more present and be more involved in some of the roles and duties of raising a child that are not usually attributed to men. Yeah. And finally, what I can say is that this journey of motherhood should teach you to shut out the world's noises. Like, if you go online, there is a lot of information about how you should raise your child, what milestones they should have met, how this should be done, how to sleep train, and at one point you will start to look at your child a certain way. You will start to envy the child, the baby next to you, because they're not, they have something that maybe you think that a child doesn't have. One thing that motherhood has taught me is to learn to shut those noises out, and more so when it has to do with someone that is as a blank slate as your child, and the world wants to impress, their beliefs on them. So you have to be very intentional on shutting out those noises in the world. Social media, yes, it's a very good platform, and it can give you quite a lot of good information, good insights, and a very handy or quite available, easily available tips on some of the things that you need to do. But also, there's a danger in actually comparison. They say that comparison is a thief of joy. And yes, instead of you enjoying this motherhood journey, sometimes listening to what you're seeing online, and taking it to heart, listening to the people around you. Sometimes their customs, their cultures. And for me, I always say you need to question some cultures and believe culture is not static. It evolves with time. There's a period of time whereby women would never wear trousers, but now we wear trousers because we asked, like, okay, what is it about that? But there are people that are stuck in that actually tradition and stuck in that culture for whatever reason. But then when it comes to raising children, there are things that you need to question. The things you need to question, pick the good things, and then form your own culture in raising your child, because there is a reason why you are the one ordained actually to be the parent to this child. So you need to make sure that you question certain things, and see to it that you do not actually put your child in harm's way simply because you're going with the flow, simply because this person is of a reputable place in your life. That is it. You have to actually make sure that you sieve out, you have to sieve out the good information and what actually works for your child, so that you're not caught up in this rat race. Sometimes on social media, someone will post like, oh, are you at that point in time whereby your child, what can I say, your child is maybe like singing and making maybe harmonious noises, and then in the comment section, like, I always laugh at this. Someone will be like, yeah, mine at 6 months was already doing that. Yeah, mine at 4 months was doing that. And I'm like, it is not a competition. We can actually share the joys of motherhood as well without necessarily being competitive, if I may say. I know sometimes it's not out of competition, but some things are ridiculous. Like, for you to be like, I usually say, yes, mine is also doing this, but like people being like, oh, mine at this time was doing that, mine at this time was doing that. Then if there's a parent out there, like, and a child maybe is a little bit delayed in that, then you start feeling a certain kind of way. No, like, children they were known by God before they came, and they are special in their own right, and that should be maintained. And it's your role as a mother to maintain that by shutting out all that noise and supporting your child in their own stages as they are growing. Okay, so that is my take on it. It's been 1 year in Momville, and above all, like, I was just giving the unconventional things that you don't know about, that you might have never heard about. So anyway, that is it, and I've been enjoying the journey so far. If you're a mother out there, let's discuss about some of the things that you discovered about motherhood in your journey. And see you. Bye. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. Let's grow this channel. We are at 14 subscribers, and I'm like, if I was going on a trip with my subscribers, we'd need a minivan. I wouldn't have to use a scooter. Not just to your 14, and the channel is growing slow but sure, and I hope to be more consistent to give you this. And if you like the sound of that, kindly stick around and join the family, join my table. Bye bye, see you later. Let me love you and leave you.